Hi guys, so I am Saral this side. So today I will be telling you it about a word of console. So that's why at the very starting stage I have opened console.io. So what is console and how can we use in different concepts of microservices, whether it is mesh or whether it is creating your Eureka server. But first of all you need to download your version of the Eureka server first of all, and it will ask you about all the details that you wanted to download. So where we are using we're using Microsoft Windows, that is of 64-bit, so we will be downloading the same. But before starting, as usual and always, I'm Saral Saxena this side, and I am writing lot of technical articles on LinkedIn. You can post me your queries if you have any of your queries on messaging section, and you can follow my GitHub account. You are already being following my YouTube channel, so guys, please subscribe this YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to always being getting updated on my latest videos that I'm keep on posting. And apart from my YouTube channel, you can go and check it out my section on LinkedIn, where I'm posting a lot of things on technicality related to Java and various other technologies and cloud and also. So let's start our today's session, which I begin with console. The objective of today's session is to develop an Eureka server. So we have seen in a lot of microservices architecture, especially there is one Eureka server is there, and there is other microservices, let's say services 1 2 3 4, and they have to register to your Eureka server, so that initially when the request is coming up from the client, it will be a very first way after a gateway, or it will be redirected to your Eureka server, and it is a server where all your services which are being running have been registering there. So Eureka server, you can say, is a sort of an intermediate pattern which will be going to decide which of your services is ultimately going to route to your which of the services finally. So which of your request is ultimately going to route to which of the services, because in microservices there are a lot of services which has been designed to run. Okay, so this is an objective of the Eureka server altogether. So what I have been done, that during right now what was happening is that technically if I look out, so we will be creating our own Eureka server. Okay, so there was an annotation at the rate enable Eureka server, and we were designing some YAML file in which we specify the port numbers on which our Eureka server is up and running. And apart from this, we design separate microservices, I mean separate independent Spring Boot projects, and they have their own dedicated YAML file, and we prefix an annotation on the Java classes that at the rate enable discovery. Okay, maybe I'm not remembering the correct annotation name, maybe at the rate Eureka discovery client if I'm correct, and on the Eureka server at the rate enable at the rate Eureka server. Okay, enable Eureka server, sorry. So these are the two annotations that we have on server and client, and we have our own dedicated. But the problem is that with that Eureka server, since it is being built by us, so we have to maintain it out. Okay, but what about if some other third-party services like console comes and say okay, we'll provide you the Eureka server, you just simply concentrate on the developing your services and please register them to us. Okay, so this is the same funda that is going to cover up in the today's session of the console. That is why I have hosted this. So here I have downloaded a Windows version of that, and you can see that initially when you download it out, you will see some console.exe, and then you can open your command window here, and I have already started it out on my command window. I have given the correct command. Let me show you the correct command. Yeah, okay, so this is the logs that is being coming, so just wait a minute because I have started out that command. Okay, so initially also if I have to start it on, so I can show you these are the logs, so just wait a minute. So yeah, actually this is keep on running, so let me show you the command which I have given it out. Just a minute, so I think I need to commit it out from this. Okay, so I have committed out. So this is the command which is given. This is this is my individual IP. You can get an IP by ipconfig command, and this is the console agent server. So I have opened a command window here itself, and I am able to it. Now I am pressing enter, and this console server is being now starting listening. So it has started out. Okay, it is saying that starting console agent is running, and the console is being running. The moment console is running, so you will see some kind of this window on localhost 8500 port. It is being up and running. Okay, So now what is that ki HashiCorp has provided us the console, okay, and this is something which is giving us the Eureka server at all, and we will be registering our services to this Eureka server that is provided by the console. Okay, so what I have done is that in my Eclipse I have designed two services. So I will be doing what, let me zoom it out a bit. Okay, so this is something a greeting service and this is a user services. So both services belongs to me, but these are two independent services and they will be communicating to this console. First of all, they won't interact directly with each other. These two services first will result to the will be registering to the console Eureka server. So this is time the Eureka server is of console. Okay, so they will be registering to this, and through this they will be interacting, not directly they will be interacting through this console server, and each of the services will list to console server. So starting out with the very first project of me, so this service is nothing, this is something a greeting service I have designed. So you will type out the greeting and it will say welcome Saral to the world of console. Best thing is about, you see we haven't written here @enable Eureka server. Okay, so this application is registered in console as a server, Eureka server, and who will register them as a Eureka server is an headache of console, is not our headache. Okay, so this component will be registering it as a server, as a as a one of the services that is being get registered. Okay, so we haven't mentioned any kind of @enable Eureka client or any annotation above it. This is the main point that I wanted to tell you. Okay, and this is my application property where I have specified this service will be named any other services which may be calling my this greeting service. My name of this my greeting service is Saral greeting services, which is running on port 8181. Okay, so let me first start this service in front of you. This is my greeting services. Let me zoom it out to my console. Okay, let's wait a minute and let's see whether this service starts or not. Okay, so here at the logs I see this service started at the port 8181. That's what I wanted to highlight. Okay, and it is being already up and running. Okay, I can't see any error. Okay, now this is my service which is being registered to the Eureka server, I mean to the console Eureka server, and it has nothing to do with Eureka enable server annotations. Okay, so this is a simple service which is being registered. Okay, now let's go to my other application, which is the user application Java file. Now see, this is the something which is tricky that you need to understand. Here I have mentioned @enable discovery client. So what will be happen about this, through this service from Saral user service I will be consuming Saral greeting service. So this is something very clear. I again repeat it, from Saral user service I will be consuming Saral greeting service, but both of those services are registered to the console. Okay, so here I have mentioned, okay, this service is the consuming services, any third-party consuming services. So we have mentioned it as this is as a client. Okay, because this Saral user service is going to consume Saral greeting service, but with the help of console Eureka server. Okay, now since this service I have taken an auto wide of discovery client here. Okay, and discovery client. So this client will give us the host and port number of this service. Okay, earlier when we are designing our own Eureka server we have to take it out, but this time we have left it out to the console. So this client will be taking up the host and port number. I have designed one access API, so I have prefixed the name of Saral greeting service, which we have seen in the earlier service as an properties, that I will be calling this service as Saral greeting services, and we have used lambda here to find out the first particular URI, and then we are going to hit the greeting. That means this one, greeting. Okay, so here the main crux is that we have taken a REST template. Okay, here we have taken a REST template, we have auto add that template also, but we are not doing any kind of hard coding. We are simply calling the services name, and through services name we are calling the one greeting API. This is something that is you need to understand, otherwise we can go over hard coding URLs also, but that is you need to avoid. And as similar, this is the application property, and this is as usual, it's called Saral user services, which is already running on port 8282. Let me zoom it out and let me run this application for you guys also. Now this is the application which is up and running. Let's wait for this application to be up and running. And yeah, this has started on port 8282. We have seen that 8282, and we have seen this application also started on port 8282. So okay, let me search this thing, because yeah, so this has started on 8282. Okay, so now we'll go and hit our since our console server is up, and we can see both the services have been registered. Okay, so now if we hit this URL of access API, so you can see it is printing welcome to this world of console. So I just wanted to show you, okay, at a very brief, this service is consuming the Serral greeting services, but both the services are again one registered to the console which is registering both the services, is acting as an Eureka server, and which is the service which want to consume other services. So in this case, Serral user service wanted to consume Serral greeting services, so this service will always be prefixed with an annotation called enable discovery client. Okay, enable discovery client is this, and this client application will be taking a care of host and port number of both the services. So in this way, what is happening is that the console has freed us. We don't need to design our own intermediate server and then register our services. We are simply concentrating on our services, and the console server is taking care of registering those services and whatever the intercommunication that is being happening among them. So guys, this is a very short video by me, and if you really think that that has helped you out, so please provide your feedback on the comment section below, and be in touch. Let me know if any other videos that you wanted me to come up, and always keep following me on LinkedIn for my latest upcoming videos. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot for understanding and giving your time.